Who made this? I need answers. Who made this? I don't know how to feel about it. There's no way you're already doing this to my boy Spencer. What am I looking at, and why does it look real? And at the same time, why does it look like Spencer Rattler? Yeah, you know what? That's enough internet for me today. Anyways, we gotta get into the main topic of today's video. They are straight up lying about Spencer Rattler and Caleb Williams. There's no other way to put it. They're lying about these two guys, and we're going to talk all about it. So if you're new to the channel and love football content, what are you doing? Join the family. Hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Leave a like. Do all that nice stuff. Without further ado, let's get into it. Real quick, before we get into this video, guys, I want to drop by and say I really appreciate all the support you guys show on all the football videos. It means so much to me. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Let's get back on with it. Okay, so we all remember last year going into the season how Spencer Rattler was projected to win the Heisman and be the #1 NFL draft pick. To make a long story short, he didn't play that good. He got benched for a backup quarterback who is now looking like a superstar, Caleb Williams. Was Caleb Williams the best quarterback in the country this season? No, I don't even think it's close. However, I will say he was without a doubt in my mind the most entertaining to watch. The stuff he was doing, the miraculous plays he made here and there, it made him must-see TV. The best way to describe his game, he's a playmaker. Is he going to throw some bad interceptions, have a costly fumble here and there? Yeah, but that's what happens when you got a guy who's as talented as he is and he takes as many risks as he does. I'm sure most of you remember too, after about his second or third start, there was a serious conversation going on that he's going to win the Heisman. And if you were watching the videos, you guys know I was on the Caleb Williams hype train, and I said if he continued to play at the rate and pace he was, he should win the Heisman, but we all know he didn't do that. It wasn't normal what he was doing in his first 3 to 4 starts. The dude looked like an NFL veteran as a freshman playing in a pretty good conference. I don't even think you can say he was overhyped during that run he had, because it was remarkable what he was doing. As great as he was at times, there was one guy who was getting lost in the shadows of things, and he goes by the name of Spencer Rattler. Fast forwarding in time to the end of the year and where we're currently at, Spencer Rattler is now the quarterback for South Carolina, and Caleb Williams is potentially the quarterback for Oklahoma unless he transfers. I have a serious question for you guys. What would you have said last year at this time if someone would have told you Spencer Rattler is going to be the quarterback at South Carolina? Me, you, every single person would have looked at whoever said that and said, you're insane or you're on drugs. Who in their right mind would have thought Rattler is going to be the quarterback for South Carolina? Nobody. I think I speak for everybody when I say this. This year of college football was beyond entertaining, but next year, I can't wait. It's going to be even better. You have so many quarterbacks in the transfer portal that's going to be in a different uniform next year. It's insane and unreal to think about. You're going to have Spencer Rattler playing for a different team, Bo Nix, USC's quarterback, Texas A&M's quarterback, Zach Calzada, and there's many more. I'll touch on Spencer Rattler in South Carolina in just a second. We're about to talk about how and why they're already lying about Rattler to your face. Real quick, who's the better player? Caleb Williams or Spencer Rattler? 95 or 99% of us would say Caleb Williams. Despite Caleb Williams stealing Rattler's job and looking better than he ever has, they're projecting Spencer Rattler is going to win the Heisman over Caleb at this current moment. Yes, that's right. You heard me correctly. The new 2020 Heisman Trophy odds are out, and Spencer Rattler is ranked higher than Caleb Williams. How does that make sense? At number 1, they have Bryce Young. 2, CJ Stroud. That's respectable. 3, Spencer Rattler. 4, Caleb Williams. Going down the list too, you also see DJ Uiagalelei, who shouldn't be on there either, and even Clemson fans are saying that. I don't care so much about DJ being on the list. It is what it is. Where I'm saying, what are these people on or what are they taking, is you got Spencer above Caleb. How in the heck does that make sense whatsoever? Bryce Young has 2-to-1 odds and Rattler has 7-to-1 odds. That's still pretty high. He's third on the list. I'm not mad that Rattler's on the list. I don't mind it at all. What I'm mad about and how they're straight up lying is that they got Rattler above Caleb, and I can't emphasize that enough. How do you watch what happened last year and sit to yourself and say, you know what, Rattler, he's better than Williams? That's what they're straight up saying, is it not? They got him ranked ahead of him, so that means they think he's a better player. I'm wishing Rattler the best of luck. I want to see him succeed, and I'm extremely excited to see what he does at South Carolina. It's odd to me though. I don't see why people think he has a shot at winning the Heisman when he was in the best system ever at Oklahoma and he couldn't even keep the job. We haven't even mentioned and talked about he's going to be playing in the SEC against really good defenses. If you couldn't win the Heisman and thrive at Oklahoma against those defenses in the Big 12, how are you going to do it in the SEC? Taking a look at the overall list, it's fine to me. I would personally put CJ Stroud above Bryce Young because we all know nobody's going back-to-back unless they have an unreal year. For me personally, I would have Stroud at 1, Bryce Young at 2, Caleb Williams at 3, or I could put him above Bryce Young too, and Rattler at 4 if you want to do that. There's simply no excuse to have Rattler above Williams, and I cannot stress that enough. That's enough about the Heisman. I don't even want to think about it because that is stupid, and I'm not even looking at no more preseason Heisman stuff. Let me know your thoughts on that down below. We're going to take a look at South Carolina and what's next for them. It's really funny to see how one player can impact and change a program overnight. Last night was one of the first nights in forever I've seen South Carolina fans tweet, and they were trending all over Twitter. Shane Beamer, who's the head coach, he's doing a fantastic job of getting these recruits in the transfer portal. Currently, as to when I'm making this video, South Carolina has the 5th ranked transfer class in the 2022 cycle. A lot of people are forgetting to mention and throw in there, they didn't just get Rattler, they also got a tight end from Oklahoma who's really good. They also got a top 100 ranked linebacker from Penn State. So everybody's hyping them up and they're expecting South Carolina to be somewhat good next year. South Carolina fans, I'm happy for you. I really am. And I may be more excited to see Rattler play than you guys. But let's relax and come back down to reality. Even with having Rattler, I think this is a mediocre ball club. And I hate to say that because I don't want to ruin your day and ruin your week, but it's the truth. You lost to Georgia 40-13, wasn't competitive. You lost to Tennessee 45-20, not competitive. You got blown out by Texas A&M 44-14, not competitive. And last but not least, Clemson obliterated you 30-0, and they're in a down season. That's 4 losses right there where you aren't even close to being in the game. It's a little different case with Texas and Nebraska. You know, we made a few videos talking about them. They're only losing games by 1 score, so it doesn't look as bad as South Carolina. I don't care how good of a quarterback Spencer Rattler is, if you don't surround him with the pieces he needs and the good defense and good offensive line and receivers, he's not going to change this program overnight. On the contrary, I have some good news. One of their biggest problems this year was they didn't have an elite quarterback. And now, I don't know if I can call Rattler elite just yet, but I'd call him good. And here's the thing, as much hate as he gets, we all know deep down, he could potentially be elite or be great. I'm just saying, I hate to burst your bubble, but you have to relax. South Carolina was really not good last year or this current year, and they was fortunate to go 6-6. A bunch of their games they won, it was by 1 score. I'm going to end this video off by saying, Rattler is on demon timing, and here's what I mean by that. I'm not too sure how good his work ethic was last year going into the season, but I can guarantee you and promise he's going to work 5 times harder. He's looking for revenge. All those people on Twitter and Instagram, YouTube bashing him left and right, saying he's not good, he's not this, he's not that. He's looking to prove all of them wrong. You know those movies where the superhero turns into the villain? That's what you're about to see with Rattler. Rattler in South Carolina could potentially be one of the greatest villain stories of all time, and I'm all here for it. I'd say I'm pretty blunt and transparent with you guys. I've let you know that Stetson Bennett for Georgia, I don't believe in him and he's mediocre. It's a little different for Rattler. I do believe in Spencer, and I think he has the potential to win the Heisman and be the #1 pick in the NFL draft. He just has to live up to it and back it up. The difference with Stetson Bennett and Rattler is that Stetson Bennett, he's not that talented. Rattler is talented and he has the size to go with it. He has the arm, he's not the fastest quarterback, but he can scramble if he needs to. Rattler has the potential, he's just got to tap into it. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. I'm very curious. But with all that being said, that's going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something. If you're new to the channel, what are you doing? Join the family. Hit the subscribe button and leave a like for more. And as always, let's be great. I'm out, y'all. Peace.